Hello, welcome to another episode of India's In, and happy Friday. So, today I wanted to do this episode because when I first did this artist, number one, the sound was all messed up. There was some type of bug with OBS, the software that I use, and the sound came in a little echoey on the playback of the music. And I was only able to give this artist 5 minutes because I was doing the show just on Threads. And although a lot of people on Threads liked that, and I understand why, some things are worth more than 5 minutes, like this song here. So I'm going to get right into it. This is an amazing artist. He's got 2 songs released right now. And yeah, I'm just dying for future songs released by this artist. So we have Steve Ogden, and I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. I lately have been pronouncing everyone's name wrong. And I don't do a lot of research about the person before I do the video. I actually want to keep it, for the most part, just about the song, about the music. So, yeah, there was one guy, his last name I thought was Mahoney, and then when I looked at it, it wasn't. But anyways, so let's get into this song here, and we break it down, not break it down too much, because there's a lot going on within the song instrumentally that I think it's really worth listening to. So let's put the song on. Great stuff here. Different type of arranging. Great guitar playing. Honestly, I hear the guitar, I think of Jeff Beck, the way that the whammy bar is being used, a lot of microtones being used. And then as far as the vocals, I think of Rush. Those are the artists that come to mind when I think of this. But Steve Ogden is Steve Ogden. You know, he's got his own style. And let's just listen to it. It's really different. Right there, that's like Jeff Beck style. I love that. Attention to detail. Very nicely produced. Great engineering. Oh, great vocals. So we have such amazing vocals, such great guitar, such great arranging and songwriting and engineering. This is another one of those artists where I listen to the band and I'm like, oh, I can totally picture myself driving to the market, right, and going through the radio station and finding a song like this on the radio. To me, this is totally radio worthy. Although I don't know if saying something's radio worthy is an insult nowadays or a compliment, because there's a lot of crap on the radio. But this is great stuff. Just like that. I burn for you. And it's a double track just on that one part. Oh, the drums are just perfectly engineered. That lick with the whammy bar, and pinched harmonics. And now you have the 2/4 comping, which you hear in reggae, right? And I just love it. Songs all over the place, but in a good way. Too much is not enough, and I never learned that lesson. So long as there's a spark of feeling between us, you're not content to leave it. Souls ignite when hearts are heated. Oh, wow. Such good vocals, man. But everything, the power of the guitar. That's a different chord. Well, that's a B. So I don't really. The song speaks for itself. The drums are incredible. The bass is amazing. The arrangement is amazing, and the vocals and guitar, in my opinion, are just absolutely like fantastic. And what I've noticed about the song too, that I think is really nice, is that if you want to break it down, and you don't have to break it down too much because it's beautiful and it speaks for itself, but it's essentially in the key of A minor. I mean, but it has a major feel, right? So you would say, well, no, this is the key of C major. But when the song ends, or when, you hear A, and I kind of like to go around the center of what the key is in, a key center, and the key center is A. So the song's playing. So whenever you hit the A, you realize that's the key the song is in. And there's a lot of different chords in here. There's an F major 7 chord, there's a G chord, there's a C chord, right? So everything associated with A minor. But why does the song not sound like it's in a minor key? And I was playing around with it, and it's so strange. I actually loved. I was so confused. I'm trying to figure out, is this song in a weird mode? I'm looking at Locrian. I'm looking at this. I was all over the place trying to figure out what the heck's going on. Why does this sound like it's in a major key? And there's no A minor, as far as I know. I don't hear an A minor chord being played. The song starts off in A major. But it's not in the key of A major. It's just an A major chord. So it's like, I'm trying to remember how it goes. I think it's A major to F. So you have this A minor type of, progression, but it's A minor's not being played. It's A major, as far as I know. It's not A minor. So let's just say I'm in the key of C minor, and I'll transpose this to C minor. So if I'm in the key of C minor, that's the C minor, C, E flat, and G. And you can do, but doesn't this sound minor? No matter what I do, even though I'm playing major chords after the C minor chord, it sounds minor. But what if I just, instead of playing C minor, I just made it a C major? And what's the other chord? I'm trying to convert in my mind. So it would be C, A flat. Okay, so it would be all major chords, but it sounds off just enough to kind of make you be like, oh, and the song sounds so weird and so different. Why? Well, because you're playing in essentially following every rule of A minor with never playing an A minor chord. You're playing A major. I listened to it 5 times, and then I'm like, okay, Artie, right here, try playing A minor. Nope, it doesn't sound like a minor. It sounds like a major. Okay, wait, well, right here, playing A minor. Nope. It sounds like there's that natural third in there. It does not sound like it's a flat third. That would make it an A minor, So you can play A minor just do the chord changes that he's doing, but instead of A major, I'm going to play A minor. So one minor chord, three major chords, it feels like a minor progression. It's so bizarre, but he's not doing that. He's doing major. I tried to break it down I mean, I listened to that song for a while and I was playing with it and breaking it down. I am telling you, correct me if I'm wrong, Steve, that's what you're doing. You're either playing power chords over the A, or you're actually playing an A major chord. You're actually adding the natural third. And sometimes I feel like you're doing like a suspended two. Sometimes I hear a B in there, or maybe up high. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's a suspended two. So sometimes I feel like you're playing the A and you're taking the third out completely and just putting in like an add 9 or an add 2. I could be wrong, but I don't feel A minor anywhere in that song. The song sounds like a major progression, but it's based on the A minor scale. I think it's brilliant. And again, I'm not Rick Beato. I mean, he puts a song on. I don't know if you've ever watched Rick Beato's YouTube channel. He breaks down a song and he's like, okay, hold on a second. I just heard the sharp 11. And then he goes in and plays it on the guitar and he's like, yeah, oh yeah, the sharp 11. And then he goes to the augmented fifth. Okay. And I'm just like, what? I'm not like that, but I know enough to kind of fumble my way through. And I don't think there's a minor chord in the song. You do a B major at one point. No, that's B minor. Hold on. So like in the chorus or maybe in the bridge, you do a B major or something. There's a couple of chords near the end of the song, because I listened to the song like 12 times. There's a couple of chords near the end of the song that aren't in the regular progression that are really nice. They're really different. They're just kind of thrown in there, and I think that's just a really nice touch. The B major chord, and then there's another chord in there, which might be a minor chord actually. The only minor chord in the song, just before the song ends. But anyways, I just think that this is a brilliant way of writing a song. It's there's something about the song as you hear it. There's an eeriness about it, but you can tell it's in a major key. But there's an eeriness about it, and you just can't figure out what it is. And it's like, well, you're following a minor key progression, but instead of the minor key, instead of the A minor, you're playing the A major. So as you're listening to it, it's like something so different. What is it? But anyways, so I just think that that's fantastic. Everything else about the song, the way this song is produced, released, engineered, mastered, and just bam, this is just a professional sounding song. I mean, I tip my hat to you, and I'm dying to hear what you come up with next. So I'm going to put a link to Steve Ogden's music down below. As always, I'm going to ask to please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, so we can spread the word. Indie music is the best music in the world, baby. This is Artie Aster from Indie Is In.